When you hear the word legacy, what's the first thing that comes to mind? The reason I'm asking you this question is because I've had conversations with several individuals, and there's actually people out there that don't even believe in legacy. And some people don't even believe that they'll be able to leave a legacy because they haven't made a significant impact in the lives of others. And they just don't believe that they have the capability of leaving a legacy. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, when I hear the word legacy, I think about the stories that I want people to tell about me when I'm no longer here, the experiences that people have had when they've come in contact with me. When I think about legacy, I think about the lives that I've been able to impact, the hearts that I've been able to touch, and the lives that I've been able to help make a difference in. That's what I think about when I think about legacy. Now, some people, when they think about legacy, we think about some of the big people who've left a legacy, like Martin Luther King, right? Martin Luther King's day is right around the corner. And we think about Mother Teresa and Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, all of these athletes, right? LeBron James, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, all these rich people that have billions and billions of dollars. So we think about Oprah Winfrey, right? We think about artists like Michael Jackson, Prince, like all of these people who've impacted and touched millions of lives, right? We think about these people and we're like, whoa, we'll never be able to get to that level of impact in order to leave a legacy. But I wanted to encourage you, somebody out there that's watching this, I wanted to encourage you and let you know that legacy doesn't have to be all the way out there for you. Now it can, right? Some people will reach that level of success and will reach that level of legacy and do great and mighty things in life. And maybe that's you. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're going to be one of those Oprah Winfrey's or those Tiger Woods or those Warren Buffetts. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But maybe you're not, right? Maybe you're going to make an impact in your community or your own sphere of influence, right? In your local area. Maybe your impact is not as big as some of those other people, but it's big enough to touch people's lives, right? Because impact just simply means that you're putting a stamp on the future, that you're making a contribution to future generations. So if you touch one person's life that's going to talk about you to somebody else, and that person talks about you because you've touched their friend's life or their family member's life, that's how legacy begins. And it trickles down and you experience the ripple effect because then people start talking about how you've impacted their lives. I know that there's been many people who have impacted and touched my life, and I'm going to talk about them for the rest of my life. You know me, I'm a speaker. I get on stages and I tell stories. I'm a storyteller. So I tell stories about individuals who have impacted my life. And I talk about individuals whose lives I've impacted. Right? That's the beautiful part about storytelling and leaving a legacy. Now, when you think about those big people like Warren Buffett and Oprah Winfrey, and you're like, man, I'll never be able to leave a legacy like that, that or you're automatically disqualifying yourself, first of all. So just try to remove that type of talk out of your vocabulary, right? Those thoughts, remove them out of your mind and just start to think positive. And if you're destined to be one of those people, you will be. I believe that we all have the capability of leaving an amazing legacy in life. Now, whether it's going to be, high level like Michael Jordan and Oprah Winfrey and all of these people, that's up to you. Because I believe that we all have the capability of getting to that level, but it's based off of the type of work that we're willing to put in to get to that level. I believe, and I don't know if you're taking notes or you take mental notes like I do, but I want you to remember this: your level of legacy depends on your level of impact. I'm going to say that again. Your level of legacy depends on your level of impact. So in other words, the more impact you make, the more chances of your legacy being that much greater. Now, I don't know about you, but I want, if I reach that level of legacy, like, Martin Luther King and Oprah and Warren Buffett and all of these greats, Michael Jordan, that's phenomenal, right? And I believe that I'll get there because I'm doing the work that needs to be done to get to that level, right? I believe slow and steady wins the race, and I'm getting there. I'm putting in the work, I'm making the connections, I'm making the impact, and I'm getting there. But even if I wasn't to get to that level of legacy, what's even more important to me is that my family will remember the things that I've done in the condition that I've done them in. Because a lot of you know me, you know my story. And for those of you who don't, you can YouTube me, Google me, look into some of my social medias and see what my story is all about. But I want to be able to have my kids and my grandkids and my great grandkids and my great great grandkids say, you know what, my grandfather Jose did this, my uncle Jose did that, my brother Jose did this, my son Jose did that, right? And have them talk about me because of the impact that I've made on their lives and the impact that they've seen me make in other people's lives, and doing it all from a wheelchair. Right? The things that I've overcome have been amazing. My life journey has been amazing. I'm loving every moment of it. Is it easy? No. It gets very, very difficult. This wheelchair life is no joke, and it's nothing to be played with. But I do it with joy. You know why? Because I know that when I get up out of bed and I get into my wheelchair and I begin to leave legacy every single day, as I live out my life to the fullest, it's impacting people, it's inspiring people, it's motivating people, it's encouraging people to get out there and learn more, do more, and become more. You know, those are my 3 fundamentals of life. So I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm on my way to be leaving an amazing legacy when I'm no longer here. And I want to ask you, as we go into this new year and you start to crush your goals and your dreams for this new year, what legacy are you going to leave behind when you're no longer here? Right? Because people will remember you by the imprint that you've left in their lives, on their hearts, and on their minds. So what are you doing right now today to leave that legacy tomorrow, or 10, 20 years when you're no longer here? What work are you putting in to leave that amazing legacy? Are you going to be the next Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Michael Jordan, Prince, Oprah, Martin Luther King, right? Alex Rodriguez, Jennifer Lopez? Like, are you going to be the next big person that's left an impact on this planet? I believe you can do it. I believe you have it in you. I believe you have the experience, the stories, the intelligence, the education, and the smarts to do it. Maybe you don't have the courage. Maybe you're fearful. Maybe you're afraid of being rejected. But I want you to know, if you can remove all the noise and remove all the distractions and be your true, authentic self and impact people and get out there in the world and inspire people and touch people's hearts and make a difference in people's lives, you will be on your way to leaving an amazing legacy. So with that, I just want to say thank you. I hope that you'll be leaving an amazing legacy as well as I am, because I know I'm on my way to leaving an amazing legacy. Because at the end of the day, when people, when my family members and my great grandkids and my kids and grandkids look at me and remember me, I'm going to be the first one. I'm going to just be honest. I'm the first one in my family to become a #1 best-selling author. I'm going to be the first one in my family to become a multimillionaire. And I'm going to be the first one in my family to leave generational wealth behind for my great grandkids and my great grandkids' grandkids. Like, I'm talking about generational wealth, like 3, 4, 5, 10 generations, 20 generations down the line. That's where my mindset is. That's where my passion and my drive lies. And it's not for the wealth, and it's not for having all of these material things, but it's so that their lives can be just a little bit easier than mine was. Because I know I've lived a difficult life, but I've also lived a great life because I get to impact people. So when I'm no longer here, I want people to talk about the smile that I always had on my face and the smile that I helped put on their faces because they saw me smiling. I want them to talk about how authentic and transparent I was, how I helped change their mindsets, how I helped them go to the next level. And that is happening every single day that I get into this wheelchair, because I won't stop until I win. And I hope that you won't either. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And as always, I will see you at the top, because the bottom is overcrowded. God bless. Take care. And I will see you on the next one.